Greetings, everyone. Want to take a moment here to talk about the videos that I make here. This is my home office. It's also my home studio, and I have a dedicated camera that I use for making these talking head videos in my home office. And I also use the same camera for online video meetings in my day job. The camera that I'm using is the Sony a7 IV. I absolutely love this camera. Great image quality, great depth of field, really great optics when you use it with the right lens. Been using it for about a year and a half now, and it's just wonderful for my needs. And now I'm going to tell you that I've been flat out lying to you about the camera that I'm using. Now, it is true, I am using a Sony camera, but guess what? The camera that I'm using and the images that you're seeing right now are actually from Sony's entry-level camera, the Sony ZV-1F. This camera is basically at the very bottom of their camera lineup. To me, it's still a wonderful camera. It's actually just a fraction of what the cost would be for that A7 IV. Maybe like 1/5 the cost at least, if not even less, when you factor in the fact that the A7 IV requires you to have a lens with it. And I don't know, it's great. I've used Sony's full frame cameras and I've used their crop sensor cameras, and they're both really good. But over time, I've actually stepped down from both of those cameras to this ZV-1F because for what I do with the camera, which is mostly in this home environment, it works just fine. You know, I think too many beginners out there, and I've done this before, you know, you watch a lot of videos to do all your research and everything, and you're looking initially at a camera like this, or maybe Sony's other entry-level cameras, and then you come away with the impression that these cameras are just not good enough because they're reviewed by a pro. That's leading you into a somewhat false sense that these cameras are not going to be good for you and you need to step up to something better. And unfortunately, I think a lot of beginners end up needlessly buying a much better camera than what they really need to get started with. Don't shy away from these so-called entry-level cameras. They actually can do a heck of a lot more than what you think, and they're great as a starting point to learn things, to get used to the functionality and the feel of how cameras work. Great tools. And then from then you can graduate and move on to a better camera as your knowledge and your needs evolve over time. So that's all I wanted to say here for this video. Beginner cameras are not just beginner cameras. They have great quality. Don't count them out. Talk to you soon.